Comic book and manga fans, this is H.H. German from Sigma Comics back again with another video for you. This time we are talking about the one and only Kingman. Kingman is one bad mofo. I will go deeper into why that is, but you need to know right from the get-go. This is one of the baddest mofos in all of New York City, and I'm going to tell you why. You need to learn all about him. He is a main antagonist in the Here Comes Calico series, and that's who we are. We are Sigma Comics, the creators of Here Comes Calico, the ultimate defender of animals. Calico gets intel on people who abuse and kill animals, and he goes after those a-holes with extreme justice. You're looking at our website, sigmacomics.com, where you can pick up all of our comic books, our trade paperbacks, our manga, our merch. And of course, our latest release is Calico Unwanted Men. It is our third trade paperback. Folks, we have 20 issues of Here Comes Calico, and they're all collected across these three trade paperbacks. The first of which is Calico Street Math. Calico Morality Play is the second, and this is Calico Unwanted Men. You can pre-order it right now at Kickstarter.com. Look at those great testimonials there by legendary creators. You'll be able to download the full first chapter along with the intro to the book. And of course, you'll be able to watch the trailer. Head to Kickstarter.com and type in Calico Unwanted Men. All right, let us talk about Kingman. Before that, let me take a swig of the old Calico. Very good, as always. Okay, Kingman. Let's tell you about Kingman. Kingman, on the surface, he is a shop owner, a pawn shop owner in Woodlawn, New York. If you're familiar with Woodlawn, it's a neighborhood that's located in the Bronx. It is primarily an Irish neighborhood. You actually even have people from Ireland that live in that neighborhood. I remember going for gas not too long ago in Woodlawn. And the fellow with the Irish brogue, I asked him, it was a question I asked. I said, hey, do you know where there's a local dry cleaner or something like that? And he was like, yeah, hold on. And he was like, let's say, yeah. No, that sounds like more British. But I had a good accent before. And I'm not getting it now. It's not coming to me. But it was something like, yeah, you go down the street, and there you go, that's better. You go down the street and you turn right, and there it goes, and something like that. There we go, that's much better. You go down and you do this and you do that, and you get it. So that, it sounds a little bit Indian, but anyway, the bottom line is there's some straight up Irish in that neighborhood, right? And Kingman has the shop in the neighborhood, and but that's on the surface. He's a pawn shop owner. You go into Kingman shop, you buy, I don't know, a buck knife, with specialty buck knife or something. You buy some interesting souvenirs, et cetera, et cetera. But truly, what's happening with Kingman is he's one of the most dangerous men in all of New York City. He's basically a gangster. All right, and he runs a mob of gangsters. Everyone under his employ has Down syndrome. Every single one of them. Okay, he himself has Down syndrome. Okay, he's a little guy. When you have Down syndrome, you basically have an extra chromosome. Okay. And there are certain limitations physically that you have. And Kingman is very resentful for his condition. Now, mind you, his condition does not negatively affect him and his ability to effect damage all across New York City. And let me tell you, he definitely does that. He goes in really hard against everybody. I mean, truth be told, he is very likely running the city. Okay, it's just that he has his tentacles in pretty much everything in the city. He prefers a not a laid back approach, but he prefers to disengage with the criminal elements so that he can operate very freely to do what he does while having little sort of contacts all around the city so that he's always knowing what's going on. Very clever man, very deceitful, very dangerous. Okay, it is made very clear to Hector Gill, the Calico, to stay away from people like Kingman. Of course, he's already aware of this, being a seasoned um, anti-hero and former criminal. So he knows how dangerous Kingman is. In fact, uh, let's just say, I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't read the series, but there is history between Hector Gill and Kingman that goes back decades. So there is an existing relationship there. And again, Hector was in fact a criminal. He was one of the best cat burglars, if not the best cat burglar in the entire city. So these two, of course, definitely have crossed paths before, and of course they cross paths in the present with Hector Gill being the Calico. Of course, Kingman is not aware that Hector Gill is the Calico. But in Kingman's capacity as one of the most dangerous gangsters in New York City, he's basically behind a lot of very serious crimes, murders, bank robberies, heists, kidnappings, etc., etc. This is a killer. Okay, let's be very clear here. Kingman is a killer, and he also has a team of killers that go out and get the job done. He's regularly interfacing with other criminal organizations. Okay, so, and of course, these other entities are very well aware of who Kingman is and just how dangerous he is, because they've also done business with Kingman in the past, and they know what he's all about. So they're very wary of steering clear of Kingman. But despite his limitations, those being having Down syndrome, they do not seem to affect Kingman in any way. In fact, if you if you read the comic book series Calico or Here Comes Calico, you walk away not. He's sort of like the only character that has Down syndrome in the story that doesn't have a speech impediment. Pretty much all of the staff of Kingman that have Down syndrome, of course, they can't really speak fluently the English language, but Kingman can. He does have the ability to do this. He's a plotter. He plots the murders of individuals. He's a planner. If you look at Kingman's behaviors and activities in the first arc of the story, which is called Calico Street Math, which is now collected in a trade paperback. That's book one. You will see Kingman plotting and strategizing with the small team that he assembles to do what needs to be done. Okay, and he's always trying to get other people off the street to help him in these crimes, to incriminate themselves. So of course he nor his staff are incriminated. So this guy's always thinking, 2 or 3 steps ahead, and he's just again, bad mofo. And he's one of the key antagonistic elements in the Here Comes Calico story. I really think you're going to love this character. Someone recently came up to me at a convention, and also via email. I got this email recently. I hadn't heard of this website. I forget the name of it now, but apparently there is a website, folks, out there where if you are familiar with a story, whether it's a story in a book, a comic book, a video game, whatever it is, you apparently can go to this website and key in the name of the story, and you can upload characters, actors, who you feel would be the best characters to play these individuals that are in this story. And someone did that for Here Comes Calico, and it was very cool. This individual showed me on his phone what this app, I don't know if it's an app or a website, It seemed to me it looked an app, but it was very cool. I tinkered around with it, and it was really fun. And this individual had, a guy playing Hector, and he had somebody playing Mean Gene, and of course he had somebody playing Kingman. And I absolutely agreed with his choice. Kingman, uh, I believe the actor's name is Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage, but of course he'd have to wear some kind of prosthetic facial things, and but I think he would make a great Kingman. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that the actor's name is Peter Dinklage, who did a phenomenal job. Of course, my favorite character, and the favorite characters, many people of the series, I think the overwhelming majority of the people in the series Game of Thrones, the HBO series. Wow, what a job that guy did. Peter Dinklage. Wow, he was definitely, in my view, the best character, the best actor in the series. He just hit that right out of the park with that performance. I believe the character's name was uh, Tyrion. Might be wrong. Maybe wrong there. But he was part of the that family, the the Lancasters, forget the name of the family. But anyway, he did a great job on that in that series. This is a book, of course, by uh, oh God, why am I forgetting these names now? Martin, H.R. Martin, G.R. Martin. Last name's Martin, the writer. The story, uh, Game of Thrones. It's one of the other. Gosh, this is what happens when you're not prepared. You have to think on your toes here. I think it's Winter something. What? Something of winter. I don't know. It's just the Game of Thrones. Okay, it's a Game of Thrones book. It's one of the many books of this series from Mr. Martin. Did a great job on the book, and of course HBO did a great job on the series. And Dinklage played this character. I think his name is Tyrion, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, great character. That's who this fellow picked to be Kingman, and I think it was a great choice. I think he'd do a tremendous job playing this character. So anyway, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you really get to know Kingman and you pick up our series. Here comes Calico. Kingman is also a prominent fixture in Calico Unwanted Men. Kingman is really a fixture in all of the Calico books, but he definitely plays a big role in Calico Unwanted Men. You could again pick it up at Kickstarter.com. Just type in Kickstarter.com in your browser. It'll take you right there. And once you're there, at Kickstarter.com, just type in Calico Unwanted Men, and you will uh, go to that page where you can download the first chapter, you can watch the trailer, and of course, you can pledge your reward. Pick it up, you're going to love it. Kingman, Calico, keep on fighting. 4 ounce.